Welcome to the new episode of Pathos Sniper, this time featuring a boat dive from 12 to 14 meters depth. Right when I'm ready to dive in, I get welcomed by a school of small fish. An amazing view with amazing conditions. With no further delay, I go down for the first dive of the day in a completely new unexplored reef. Nothing beats this feeling of excitement of the first dive in a new place. I calmly approach the reef and choose to stay hidden behind the rocks, waiting for the fish to approach. At this point I realize the shade of a fish approaching me head on to check on me. I aim the gun thinking it is a sea bass for having such behavior, and instead I get a good sized mullet. In the next dive I follow the same approach, where I try to locate a tall rock to hide my presence behind and hunt at the edge of the reef. This time I'm prepared to pull the trigger in a bigger target. And soon enough, a triggerfish will make its appearance. It stays in a comfortable distance. I wait a bit more to see if something bigger will approach, but with my apnea ending, I decide to take the shot. Several dives after, I return to that part of the reef that seemed more productive, and I prepare myself for a long waiting. Once again, I stay hidden behind the cut of the reef, and with some calm movements, I observe waiting for a sea bass or a sniper. The sargos are small today, so I do not pay a lot of attention, and I will focus more on the mullets that are approaching to try to locate a sea bass in between them. And all of a sudden, I notice a movement. And I shoot instinctively. It's a very long shot. The fish immediately springs away and pulls the line, and I head to the surface to breathe. Realizing that it was a Dentex, I make the mistake of not making a full recovery and going back fast to retrieve it. And this was indeed a dangerous mistake. Excited by the size of the fish with 1 kilo, I failed to notice that the line was still tangled on the reef. And while I start to descend, it was also tangled on my weights. In an instant, I release my belt to be able to go to the surface. but thanks to the good visibility of the day, my friend quickly recovered my equipment. While relaxing on the surface and trying to take away the stress, I think over what happened and I feel glad for my fast reaction. In these depths, such errors can prove really dangerous. In the following dives, with the fish being more scarce, I decide to only shoot on the biggest fish that I see at the end of my apnea in order to try and secure a plentiful catch. In these next two dives, thrilled absolutely by the beautiful scene of so many fish approaching me, I did not pull the trigger. Changing place to another new reef and refreshed. I descend and I try to target some sargos. With the water more open here and less places to hide, I don't expect for a very big fish to approach, so I focus between the rocks to try and locate a decent sized one. And closing this session, already very tired, I will drop on some unsuspicious mullets, and I cannot resist to pull the trigger. See you in the next episodes, and until then, remember, the good spear fisherman is the one that returns home. Dive safe.